Morning students, today we will study the third chapter of Beehive, the little girl. Students, this story is about a little girl named Kezia. Kezia was afraid of her father as there was less communication between Kezia and her father. Her father did not get much time to spend with her, so she was afraid of him and she thought that her father was a giant. Students, every morning when Kejia's father going to his office, he gave a casual kiss to her, and in response Kezia was saying, "Goodbye, father." On every Sunday afternoon, Kejia's grandmother advised her to go to her parents' bedroom, but when Kezia went there, she saw that her father was sleeping on sofa and mother was reading. Kezia waited till her father woke up, and then her father was saying Kezia was like a little brown owl. He criticized her. Students, Kejia's grandmother reminded Kezia that her father's birthday was approaching, and she advised her to prepare a pin cushion using yellow silk as a gift for the birthday of her father. Now students, one day when Kejia's mother fell ill, Kejia's grandmother had taken her mother to hospital. Kezia was left home with a cook named Alice. During night, Kejia's father was sleeping in another room. Kezia and her cook Alice were sleeping in another room. It was nightmare that came in the sleep of Kezia. Kezia had a nightmare that night. Nightmare means fearful dream. She saw that a butcher was approaching her, taking a knife and a rope in his hands. Kezia was afraid and she cried. When she opened her eyes, she found that her father was standing beside her bed, taking a candle in his hand. Kejia's father extinguished the candle and went to his bedroom. Then Kezia made her. Then Kezia understood the love of her father, and she thought that her father loved her much. So she thought that her father had less time to spend with her. Now students, see the story, the little girl. Open your book, all of you. See the little girl. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss. He responded with "Goodbye, father," and oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. Students, Kezia was afraid of her father, and she thought that he was a giant. Every morning when her father was going to his office, he gave her a casual kiss, and in response Kezia was saying "Goodbye, father." And when carriage of her father had gone, Kezia felt relaxed. In the evening when he came home, he stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall, "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet, mother? Go and see if my paper is out there and bring me my slippers." In the evening, it was the habit of Kejia's father that he was asking another necessary things, and Kezia was listening to the voice of her father from the staircase. Then Kejia's mother was calling her. Kezia, mother would call to her, "If you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots." Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs and push open the drawing room door. And then Kezia was coming to the drawing room of her father, and when she opened the door, she found something. What she found? By the time he had his spectacles on the arm and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying, to the little girl, "Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today?" When Kezia was opening the door of the drawing room of her parents, she saw that her father was wearing the spectacles and he was telling Kezia to take off the boots and keep them outside. And he was asking Kezia whether she had been a good girl that day. "I don't know, father. You don't know. If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor." Stutter means stammer. Stutter means stammer. When you are not able to speak the words properly, that is known as stammering. Now Kezia was afraid of her father, so he could not. And she said she did not know whether she had been a good girl that day or not. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Students, while Kezia was talking to other people, she did not stammer, and when she was talking to her father, she stammered. It was because of fear. "What's the matter? What are you looking so restless about, mother? You taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide." Here Kezia carried my teacup back to the table carefully. Now Kezia's father told that her mother had to teach her not to commit suicide, as Kezia was much afraid. Then Kezia's father told Kezia to take the teacup and to put it on the table. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Now Kezia thought that his father was a big man and his hands and necks and mouth were big, and so she thought that he was a giant. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. Snoring, snorting. Snoring means snorting. On every Sunday afternoon, when Kezia's grandmother was telling her to go to the bedroom of her parents, and Kezia went to the bedroom of her father, she opened the door and found that her mother was reading and father was sleeping on sofa. Kezia was sitting on a stool waiting for her father. And when her father woke up, then what happened? Let's see, students. When her father was sleeping, he was producing snorting sound. When some people sleep, they create snorting sound from the mouth, from the nose. Yes. She sat on a stool gravely. Gravely means seriously. Gravely means seriously. Gravely means seriously. Now she sat on a stool gravely, watched him until he woke up and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. "Don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl." Now students, Kezia was sitting on a stool and she was waiting for her father as he was sleeping. When her father woke up from his sleep, he told Kezia that she should not look at her, she should not look like that, as she was looking like a brown owl. He criticized her. One day when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week, and suggested she should make him a pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Students, one day when Kezia was left home, her grandmother reminded her that her father's birthday was approaching next week, so she should make a pin cushion as a gift for the birthday of her father. And then Kezia started laboriously with a double cotton. The little girl stitched 3 sides, but what to fill it with, that was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden and she wandered into the mother's bedroom to look for scraps. Scraps means small pieces of clothes and paper. Students she did hard labor. Kezia did hard labor and she started making the pincushion by using the yellow silk and double cotton, and when three sides of that pincushions were stitched by Kezia, she thought what should be kept inside it. She thought should be stuffed in it. Pincushions is the cushion in which the pins are kept. On the bed table she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. Students, when Kezia was searching for the pieces of clothes and papers, she went to the drawing room of her father and she found that on the bed table some fine papers were spread. She took them all and tore them all into small pieces and filled the pincushion and stitched the fourth side of that pincushion. That night there was a hue and cry in the house. Father's great speech for the port authority had been lost. As those papers were very important for Kezia's father and he had written the speech for port authority, so it was lost, means destroyed by Kezia. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally mother came into Kezia's room. Kezia, I suppose you didn't see some paper on a table in our room? Oh yes, she said, I tore them up for my surprise. When Kezia's father searched every room, he did not found. Everybody searched. Servants were asked. Nothing was found out. Then Kezia's mother asked Kezia whether she had seen some paper. She accepted and said that she had found on the bed table and she had torn into small pieces and she had kept in the cushion. What, screamed mother, come straight down to the dining room this instant. And she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. Now Kezia's mother was angry when she found that Kezia had torn all the important papers. She ordered her to go down where her father was waiting, and she brought down Kezia where her father was moving. Pacing means moving. Pacing means moving. When she saw that her father was moving there, well, he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? No, she whispered. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that the child has put to bed this instant. Now students, Kezia's father was very angry and he told Kezia's mother to go to the bedroom and see where was that damn thing. That insulting thing means those important papers that were now torn. He told Kezia's mother to go there and find out where she had kept the pincushion in which she had filled. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Now, as Kezia had cried much and she had wept, now she had gone to the room and she had wrapped herself and she had slept there. She had wrapped herself in a bedsheet. She slept there and now she was watching the evening light that was making a little pattern on the floor. The evening sunlight was reaching the room. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand. I am going to beat you for this, he said. Oh no, she screamed, hiding under the bed clothes. Bed clothes is bed sheet. Students, during that time, her father, taking a ruler in his hand, reached the room and he told Kezia that he had gone there to beat her. And then her father, and then she was crying and saying, no. Students, today, up to this part you have studied that the little girl was Kezia and she was afraid of her father as her father had less time to spend with her. So Kezia was thinking that he was a giant, and every day Kezia's father, before going to his work, he was giving a casual kiss to her, and in response Kezia was saying goodbye father. In the evening when her father he used to ask for paper, for tea, for slipper, etc. And every afternoon on Sunday, Kezia's grandmother told her to go to the bedroom of her parents and have a nice talk with them. Students, one day when Kezia was left alone, Kezia's grandmother had told her that the birthday of her father was approaching next week and she should prepare a pin cushion using yellow silk. And then Kezia, as a gift for her father's birthday, Kezia started making that pin cushion using the yellow silk and double cloth, and she prepared that three sides of that pin cushion she had stitched. Then she thought what things should be kept inside the pin cushion. She was searching for the pieces of clothes and papers. At last she found in the drawing room of her father that some fine papers were kept on the bed table. She took them all and tore them all into small pieces and stuffed them in that pin cushion. Students, her father returned home in the evening and he was very angry and he wanted to beat Kezia with a ruler. Students, further what happened I will teach you in next video. Thank you.